Yay, we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It's Thursday morning in Ontario, Canada, where I'm based. And welcome everyone to my page. Um, um, so, for people who don't know me yet, my name is Chloe. That's my English name. My real name is Fu. And I'm a mom of 2 year old. I'm an HR advisor by profession, and at the same time, I'm running my own digital business and a mentor in this world. So my page is where I share about the journey of my personal development, the knowledge that I gained about digital business, and how this business has transformed my family's life. I hope my sharing will get you inspired and we give you some motivation or direction on how you can make your dreams come true. And thank you so much. And to continue my series, my business talk series with business partners from all around the world, I'm so pleased to invite to my page today Carina um, from Ottawa. Is that? Um, yeah, and yeah, so I would like to let Karina to introduce about herself.
Hi, hello everyone. Yeah, my name is Carina. I'm originally from the Philippines. I just moved to Canada in 2016. I'm a nurse by profession, but I'm not working anymore. I'm doing this business full time now. I started this business about 4 years ago. So, um, yeah, um,
Yeah, thank you. I think we're all immigrants, right, in Canada. And just to share with you, I'm originally from Vietnam, so not far away from the Philippines. And I had a time where I studied in Singapore, and I had some friends from the Philippines, and I really like them because they're like, they are always appreciated for their hospitality and caring nature. So yeah, I have some very good friends from Philippines that we still keep in touch. So yeah, very nice to meet you, and thanks so much for making your time to have this business talk with me today. Um, so
thank
I
you.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
thank you. So to help people know more about you, could you please share with me? So you mentioned you were a nurse. So like what made you choose to from a nurse to become like a business owner, and how did you find this business?
Yeah, I was before doing this business, I was working like more than 60 hours a week.
Oh,
So, yeah, I was working like that. So before my husband came to Canada, because he followed me a year after.
oh, it's
Um, and when I gave birth to my first child, so that was like the eye opener for me. I don't want to go back to working those long hours because, well, I really had no life, you know. um,
oh,
we don't have families here. We only have our friends, but
mhm,
with like gatherings or special occasions,
mhm,
I couldn't come. Like I was just working, working, working,
yeah,
and it's really different if you already have your own family and
mhm,
you have a small baby. So that
mhm,
was what really pushed me to find something that I can work at home so
mhm,
I can attend to my baby.
yeah,
So I was good thing, you know, here in Canada we have super long maternity leave.
mm,
So I took advantage of it. I search online on like online jobs. So
yeah,
usually it's the virtual assistants or
yeah,
something
right,
or um, call
Yeah,
center
right.
phone. And it's really difficult if there is a fixed schedule, because if you have a baby at home, you don't know when he will cry, when you will need to change the diapers, and
Yeah, that's true.
it's so hard. So I also wanted, a flexibility.
Hmm.
So I just saw an ad on my news feed one day, and I
Hmm.
checked on it. And of course, there's a lot of scams online. So I kind of stalked the person who owned that ad.
Yeah.
And my husband was really skeptical, but he just let me be. So I stalked the person, and I saw, I was like, I think he's a real person. So let's try. Let's check this out. Anyway, nothing will lose, because the info session video, those are free.
Yeah.
So I checked on it, and yeah, the rest is history. I'm here
And yeah, you have been with that for 4 years. Wow.
for years now.
Yeah. And I thanks so much for sharing your story, and I can really resonate with that because I found this business also when I had my kid, my first child. I only have 1 year old at the moment. I know you're a mom of two, but like for me right now is also very busy. And I've always shared my story where I had to actually come back to work just 2 months after I gave birth. Even though we have very long maternity leave in Canada, but like the subsidy that we get cannot afford me, like the living expenses. So I had to kind of go back. And then at that time when I had my baby, it was like during the COVID, the peak of COVID, the pandemic, and I had to switch with my husband because that is allowed, right, in Canada. And then so I switched with my husband, so he stayed at home and would take care of the baby, and then I worked because I can work from home, and he had to go to the manufacturer. So it's just so risky for us because we don't have family here, and we have only a few friends. And then I switched with him, and then I had to work long hours, like 12, 14 hours per day. And especially around the end of 2021, I was so busy. I worked until, there were days that I worked until like 11, 12 hours, 12 p.m. And you can imagine, like, if with that working schedule, I didn't have much time with my kid. And even when I had time with her, I couldn't like focus on her. Like my mind was on about work. It was, I was thinking about the meetings, the projects that I had to handle, and so on. And I felt so stressful. I often get mad with my husband, and at times I also get mad at my baby, and I felt so guilty about it. I felt that the level of stress is causing me unhappiness, a lot of unhappiness, and also my family. And I think they don't deserve that. Like, they're our family members, right? So I think, oh, I need to do something. It's like a turning point for me. I was and I came across that post from my coach. I saw it like a year before when I first gave birth, but like at that point there were no like, I think you understand that, like there were nothing that motivated me because everything was going very good, and I didn't have any struggles in my life, so I didn't have that motivation to look for something new, for a change. And then a year later, after all the things that I went through, I I changed my mind. I think, oh, I have to do something to change it. Like, I cannot continue this life. So yeah, so I took that opportunity, and here I am a year later, and I'm so happy to say that I just quitted my job yesterday. It was my last day.
Congratulations.
And also congratulations to your husband because he was also to quit his job and spend more time with the kids.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. And yeah, so um, I think that's right. When we came across an opportunity, I think it just came at the right time we needed it, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
When I heard your story, I got goosebumps because I can't just imagine, the stress and yeah, it really takes a toll on
Mm,
our on our relationships, and
yeah,
it's hard.
yeah. Thank you. So yeah, so um, I think people would like to hear you sharing about your journey, like what have you been able to achieve in this business and how this business like have changed your life.
Yeah, so the first thing really that this business has changed in my life is my personal development. So yeah, because when growing up, we were taught to like really study hard, get good grades, get a good job, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
um, go
Go to
but
university.
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But when I started this business, I learned a lot because I have no business background, no business experience. I grew up in a very typical Filipino family. So I learned everything here. I learned everything. I learned a lot. I could say with just my personal development, it's really a big win for me,
Mhm.
because before you couldn't see me like doing this live interviews because I'm I'm really introvert. Um, but now I'm not perfect, still work in progress, but I'm I'm on the right path.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's one. That's a big one for me. My personal development. Second is time freedom. So now I'm able to make my own schedules, and yeah, I can be with my kids if I want. I can be anywhere and still be able to produce income for my family. So I don't have to stress about bills,
Mhm.
and we were able to when I started this business, we were fairly new immigrants
Mhm.
back then, but and we were in debt because with the processing fees
Mhm.
and and everything, because back home in the Philippines, we don't have money,
Mhm.
so we loan money. But because of this business, we're debt free. So we were able to pay off our debts. We were able to invest in real estate properties.
Yeah.
So these are, we can leave a legacy
Mhm.
to our children. Yeah, we now have four properties here in Canada.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. We have
Yeah.
three rental properties, and
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big achievement because I know it's houses in Canada are like insanely expensive.
yeah,
Especially in Ontario. Yeah.
yes, yes. But yeah, this business, um, the potential is really huge. It's like
Mhm.
writing your own checks. So it's not a get rich quick scheme, or get rich overnight. You
Mhm.
also, it's a real business. You have to put in your effort. You have to work hard for it, and but I would really say it's easier compared to the brick and mortar business,
Mhm.
because of the system that we have. It really helps a lot. It does the heavy lifting for us.
Mhm.
So Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We have a lot of tools and systems already built for us, right? Especially the automated system that, um, take care of majority of the sales funnel work. Because I have background in business marketing, so when I see this, I feel like, oh, wow, this is amazing because I can understand how much work the founders of this community have put into building that, and that is like valuable assets that everyone have when they decide to start using this model. And yeah, like you said, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It requires a lot of effort and time, and we need to be consistent and persistent. But I really think it's worth it. It's worth our time. It's worth our effort, right? Because like my profession is HR, and I also work a lot in my job. But I feel like even though I'm giving values, even though I'm helping others grow, what I have received in return is not um, like it's not worth it, because the way the businesses work are like that. Like we cannot decide our own salary. Like it has to be within that range that the company has set for us. So yeah, like
True. We have a wage cap if you're working for someone else.
yeah, and we cannot kind of chase the time for more income, right? Like there are only 24 hours a day, and there are limitations to our body. So like
Sure.
if we want to like have more financial security, then like it's I feel like it's impossible if we continue in the corporate world. Um, we have a saying. I'm not sure how to say it um, in English, but we have a saying in Vietnamese. Um, I will say it in Vietnamese. Excuse me.
Okay, sure.
It's phi thương bất phú. It means like if you don't do business, you cannot earn big.
Mhm.
Like to put it simply like that. Yeah,
I
and
agree. I
I, I, I
agree.
I think it's really true. I didn't really understand that or really notice that when I first graduated, because like I always follow the path that almost like all people go. Like we go to university, and then we learn how to find good jobs, and we work really hard in our career and such, until I went through those hardships, which gave me a lot of motivation to look for like a real change in life. And I'm so blessed that I found this community. And like you said, I totally agree that personal development is the first big win, because
Mhm.
it really changed my mindset. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it has opened to me like a whole new world.
Yes. I feel the same way. It's like, oh my God, there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of things that you can do, to live your dream life, for
Yeah.
you and for your family. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. After starting my business, I realized, wow, I was like in a cage before. Now I'm getting out of the cage and I see the world. Like there are so, like you said, there are so many opportunities, and it's just our mind is the limitation that we're putting on ourselves. Yeah, it's just yeah. It's not. I'm not where I don't have limitation in my mind yet, but it's a work in progress, like you said. Yeah, I like going through that journey of change, having the mindset shift, and becoming more confident. Like you said before, I will feel very shy to like show up like this, having live interviews. Even in my job, as an HR, I had to like I talked to a lot of people, and I had to attend a lot of meetings. But I used to be a very quiet person. I was just sitting there and listening to everyone. And then, like, only like once in a while, then I said something that I feel like I really need to say that. I was very shy, and even my manager, like former manager, because now I'm boss free. He said that I have grown so much. He has seen that I have become a lot more confident. Um, yeah, I think I would attribute that to my manager as well, because he did a lot of coaching for me, and also this business. They both contribute to my growth today. Well, I think it's already a long interview. It's already 20 minutes, and I don't want to take too much of your time because I know you have just recently moved to your fourth property. Congratulations again. And you're doing renovation. So, yeah, I'll give you back the time that you need. Thank you so much, Karina, for being here and sharing your story today. And I hope everyone gets inspired by your 4 year journey in this business. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Chloe. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I hope you have a great day. Bye.
You too. Bye bye.